Welcome to News Now, Alberta. This is Special Ed. Today we're going to New Brunswick for another botched wellness check. A mother called for a wellness check on her mentally disabled daughter. When the cops started taunting the young girl and trying to arrest her, Mom tried to intervene because she didn't like the way they were treating her daughter. She was brutally attacked and beaten. That's the way the RCMP takes care of wellness checks. I've always said that during a mental health episode, there is nothing more dangerous than calling 911.
The bruises have faded a little, a far cry from what they looked like 2 weeks ago when these photos were taken.
Right here caved in. Yeah. And then my nose here is broken. And then over here I have a bone that's still moving around a little bit. And then these teeth were pushed back up here.
Christina Gillis says a Western Valley Regional RCMP officer did this damage when he punched her in the face multiple times.
I'm scared. I'm probably gonna be scared for the rest of my life because I called them to help me.
It happened on June 13th in Richmond Corner, about 100 kilometers northwest of Fredericton. Gillis called 911 because her 16-year-old daughter was freaking out and ran off into a field.
She started to have one of her episodes because she's got like mental illness and stuff, and it was more extreme than usual, and I felt bad for her father and her brothers and myself as well, but I just didn't want it to escalate more.
But escalate it did when 4 RCMP officers showed up. She hoped they would calm the situation, but things got worse.
And I just questioned it. I was like, I don't understand why they're taunting her right now when we're trying to de-escalate the situation and calm my daughter down.
She claims that she approached one of the officers to ask why they are upsetting her more.
That's when he grabbed my arm and he flipped me over like a rag doll and did what he wanted with me. And I didn't know if I was going to survive it because I was turned over and almost beat to death.
At several points in the interview, Gillis had to take a break to collect herself. The Serious Incident Response Team, called CERT, is investigating the officer who assaulted Gillis. CERT is a civilian-led police watchdog that investigates when officers are involved in serious incidents with the public. Director Aaron Nouse told APTN News they are investigating.
Right now, we can't say much more than what's been released in the media release. We are conducting an investigation. It's proceeding as quickly as possible.
However, the Gillis family, who are from the Eskasoni First Nation, is upset with CERT's media release that several details are incorrect, such as Gillis's arrest when she was struck in the face. But Christina insists she did not know she had been arrested until she was sitting in the police car. Angie Gillis is Christina's sister.
I believe the narrative, in my opinion, is the RCMP narrative. It is their story as they're telling it. And this is why I felt like to my sister, when I tell her, I said, it's so important for you to tell your story.
Nouse admits that most investigators are former RCMP, but insists the investigation will be impartial.
We are, uncovering every stone that needs to be uncovered and conducting a thorough and fair investigation.
Christina is still scared and is staying with her sister in Nova Scotia.
I'll never call 911 again. I'll help my daughter. I'll figure it out.
Christina was charged for assaulting a police officer, uttering threats, obstruction, and mischief. She has to appear in court next September, and there is no word on when the CERT investigation will end. Angel Moore, APTN National News, Jabuktuk, also called Halifax.
Now, how brutal is that? The mother tries to help her daughter and gets completely brutalized. She will never call the cops again for a wellness check. She ended up needing reconstructive surgery and dental surgery for what this RCMP officer did to her. They are charging this officer for assault now.
Christina Gillies of the Eskasoni First Nation was allegedly struck in the face last June by an RCMP officer in Richmond Corner, New Brunswick. The incident resulted in 5 broken bones in her face and multiple broken teeth. CERT investigates incidents involving actions of police officers and determines if charges should be laid. As a result of this investigation, CERT found probable grounds that Corporal Andrew Whiteway committed a criminal offense. On Monday, Corporal Whiteway was charged with aggravated assault and has to appear before the New Brunswick Provincial Court on October 2nd. New Brunswick RCMP Media Relations Officer Corporal Hans Willett told APTN News Whiteway is on administrative duties, and depending on the court case, RCMP will proceed with appropriate action in accordance with the RCMP Act.
Here's the Facebook post by What's Up New Brunswick about this incident. RCMP officer in New Brunswick charged with aggravated assault. RCMP officer in New Brunswick charged with assault. New Brunswick Serious Incident Response Team, CERT, says it's charged an RCMP officer in the province with aggravated assault. According to CERT, Corporal Andrew Whiteway was charged on Monday. CERT investigates incidents that may have arisen from an action of a police officer in Nova Scotia and New Brunswick and determines if charges should be laid at a conclusion of the investigation. As previously reported on APTN News, the incident in question took place on June 13 when Christina Gillis called the Western Valley RCMP to request a wellness check on her daughter, who lived in Richmond Corner, New Brunswick, north of Fredericton. She started to have one of her episodes because she's got mental illness and stuff, and it has more extreme than usual, she told APTN at the time. I just didn't want it to escalate more. RCMP officers investigated after Mi'kmaq woman struck in the face during wellness call. She alleged that an officer grabbed her and threw her to the ground when she questioned her tactics. According to CERT, Whiteway will appear in court on October 2nd. Gillis said she was relieved when she heard that the officer was charged. We'll leave a link to this in the description and a link to the original videos and related articles as usual. Did they go too far? Was this too much? Leave a comment and let me know. Please like, share, and subscribe. It really helps. Thank you.